Hi guys, this is Snow White. So, if you're wondering what am I doing with an orange bike, well, I sold my V-strom. And why? Because as much as the V-strom is a riding bike on tarmac, it's not good for roads like this. And right now, I'm pretty much at home in my backyard playing around with this thing. It's a KTM 990 Adventure, and well, I want to do some adventures. Yeah, adventure riding on off-road type of places and roads, and the V-strom, I did a tour on the V-strom around the Black Sea this summer, and it definitely showed me that the V-strom isn't strong enough for bad roads like that, and I really want to be able to go anywhere with the bike, meaning me being the limitation, not the ground clearance or the type of tires I can put on it and whatever. And the KTM, well, because we already have a KTM in the family, and I'm quite familiar with all the problems and stuff that it has, and I've addressed many of them on the other one, and it's not as bad as it sounds with the internet. And yeah, this KTM, the particular one, has done some small mileage. It's like 10,000 miles on it, so it's nothing big, but it needs some work done. Some additional equipment needs to be installed, and I need to get used to the bike properly, because it has a shitload of torque and everything else that comes with it. But you know, I'm not an off-road type of guy, but I really need to learn how to be one, because if I want to do adventure riding in places like Siberia and stuff, you really need to know what you're doing on the bike when you're going off-road. And if I was really competitive riding on the street and on track and something like that with the Gixxer, I'm really not that when I'm riding the KTM in the woods. And it's the first, what I gotta say also, it's the first weekend having the KTM around, and I've done 700 miles on it already. So yeah, and most of it on non-tarmac roads. Well, when it comes to choosing bikes, yeah, I had smaller ones in mind also, don't get me wrong, of course, but this is something that I believe I can live with on street and off, and as I said earlier, we have some knowledge about it. And I even considered the 640 Adventure, the older one, but when I saw one, sat on it and tried to make a little tour with it, it was a joke. You can't ride that as an adventure bike. Carry 50 kilos of luggage and other stuff like that. It's not meant for it. It's a small off-road bike that you can take a little bit further because it has a larger tank. Gas mileage on this thing. When you're not hauling gas, doing up to 60 miles per hour and going mild off-road, meaning that the rear tire isn't spinning all the time, like in sand or something like that, then it does pretty okay. It does pretty decent mileage, almost up to the 40-ish something. But yesterday I found out that whenever the fuel light comes on, then you're pretty much out. Yeah, I could do only 24 miles after that, and boom, that was it. So I'm lost. What I said about torque, well, it's pretty much tail happy. Whenever you gas it on gravel, it'll slip a little bit. And don't get me wrong, the bike isn't soft to ride. It needs suspension work for me because I'm a light dude, and it also needs seat work, because the seat is the most uncomfortable thing I can think of after being shot in the ass. Because you do 100 miles on it and your ass is completely full of pain. I mean, like really pain. Ah, shit, I'm lost again. I'm supposed to go uphill. I could do more than 1200 miles a day on my V-strom, like I did this summer when coming back from not Russia, but it was Ukraine or Slovakia or whatever. And it wasn't bad at all. But on this thing, 100 miles on a road like this, and your ass is completely shot. So something needs to be done with the seat also. Plus all the GPS and protections and all that work. It has some minor things done to it, like it has some front suspension guards and maybe a Touratech engine guard, and something else was, I don't know, but it still needs a lot of work to be completely off-road ready also. Oh yeah, the big screen. Well, I can tell you this much. I've ridden both of them, the small original one and this, and they're completely useless, both. I haven't ridden the Dakar one, for I think that maybe that one might have a little lip on it, so maybe that works a little better, but these things, they suck, because the wind buffeting is nothing near as bad. No, on the V-strom it wasn't nothing near as bad as it is here. Doing 65 miles an hour on the highway, it'll shake your bloody head off, but it makes a good sound whilst doing that. Yeah, I like that. The 950 and 990 Adventure, they're both kind of rough around the edges bikes, but if you know how to handle them, then they work just fine. Also in city traffic. Just makes a lot of noise. This is completely stock exhaust and it makes a hell of a ruckus. But it's also fun. Just be careful with the bike's weight also. That is something to remind yourself. This is not a light bike. It's 230-ish kilos when not loaded up. So when you load it up fully with everything you need, the fuel and the oils and the spare parts and shit like that, it'll be close to 300 kilos. And put yourself on it, and if you're a big bloke, you can see almost 400 kilo riding on the highway. So don't take it into soft, smudgy places and try to ride it like I don't know, a dirt bike. It's not like that. It's a big bike. It's just capable of doing pretty bad roads. I haven't jumped on it or done stunts or whatever like that. I haven't even tried to wheelie it. No, I tried to wheelie but couldn't manage it. But it does feel a little bit more peppy than a V-strom, but only up to a certain point. Up to some, let's say, 75 miles an hour or something like that. After that, the shape of the bike just ruins everything, and I'm pretty confident that the DL V-strom, DL1000 V-strom is a lot better bike on roads like this. It's smooth. The V-strom engine is really smooth compared to this. It has good gas mileage. It's soft, squishy seat, and well, everything else is just you on it. So if you're looking for something similar to that, just put some off-roadish tires on V-strom and go. If you need the V-strom on gravel roads, but if you want to do off-road, forget this V-strom and get something like this or something similar like this. Well, yeah, this is it for now, and this is my story why I'm on a orange bike. And well, the V-strom is gone by now. I kept the luggage, sort of, from it. I'm not going to use the rear hang-on bag, the tail hard bag or whatever it's called, top box. Yeah, I'm not going to use top box because the KTM's are prone to break the tail if it has a heavy top box. So I'm going to use a soft bag on the saddle. Like the Beamer's GS 1200, for example, uses, that you can take the rear seat off and put a bag on it. I'm going to use something like that, and side cases, because the side cases they have a lot of mounting points, and well, I'm going to need the space anyway, because for all the photo equipment and stuff like that, you need quite a lot of space, and camping gear and whatever. So yeah, last time I calculated I need about 55 kilos of carrying capability on the bike, plus me. So yeah, bike needs to be ready for that. Okay, this is it for now. Bye guys.